Hey folks, this is Vent with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out The Last Archwing. This is a game that you can currently find on Steam for about $5. Before we go any further, it's worth mentioning that this is a sponsored video, meaning that I was paid to cover this game, and as such I am not going to review it, but I will overview it, and if you like what you see here, then you can buy the game and play it for yourself. So, what is The Last Archwing? Well, it reminds me a little bit of the NES game Life Force. It's a top-down shoot-'em-up, or shmup, set in space. As far as The Last Archwing is concerned, well, that's part of the story, and I don't want to spoil too much for you. So let's go ahead and take a look at the main menu here. There's single-player, multiplayer. The game supports local multiplayer, as well as that Steam remote play. So you can actually play with other people. Let's say you've got another friend in the house or even out of the house. They'll be able to join you via this Steam's remote play option. You just got to make sure that you're sharing your screen appropriately. View leaderboards, sound, and controls here. Under the sound, it's just one master volume slider. The sound and the music aren't separated, so you may have to adjust your audio mixer in case the game is still too loud even with this turned down. It's up to you. You do you. Controls, you can't rebind them, but you can use a keyboard or a Xbox 360 controller. I personally am using the keyboard. There is no mouse control once you start actually playing the game. You can use WASD in order to move around. The Q and E buttons are your special barrel roll buttons, and spacebar is your primary fire. Alright, let's go ahead and give the game a go. I'm going to go ahead and pick up where I left off from a previous save. There's standard and hardcore modes. The hardcore mode is a one life kind of thing, and it has its own separate leaderboard. We'll just go ahead and do standard, and we'll load a game. We're on level 3. There's different difficulty settings that you can choose as well. I chose easy as my preferred setting, but again, you do you. So, the characters in this game kind of remind me of Dragon Ball Z, what with their voices and their outlandish dialogue. But I'm going to go ahead and skip that so that you can actually see the gameplay. And again, I'll let you discover the story on your own. So like I said, this is a top-down shoot-'em-up. So spacebar, again, fires your primary weapon. The orange pickups that you see, those allow you to shoot more per shot. So you want to pick those up to improve your weapons. The green things I'm picking up, those are to recharge your shield, should you have any shields that are hurting you. Like if you take some damage, you'll lose some shields. The bottom left-hand corner is a special bar, where if you hit Q and E, again, Q is your barrel roll action, you'll see that I just used a charge of that. So in order to use your barrel roll, you have to use a charge. Now, the barrel roll will make you invincible while you do that. If you happen to run into an enemy while you're barrel rolling, you also do some damage to them. But, you know, I try and save them for evasive maneuvers or to get out of a really bad situation. And again, this is on the easy difficulty setting, so if this looks easy to you, well, it is. I'm kind of glad that there is a mode that casual people can play too. If you've ever played the game Life Force for the NES, unless you use the Konami code, up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, start, or select start for 2 players, you were typically, well, you had to be really good. I mean, same thing with Contra. But, yeah. One thing I would have liked to have seen is some side view action as well. As far as I've seen so far, I'm on, I believe, the 3rd level right now, and it's all top-down from the bottom up. Now, the font in this game is very reminiscent of Star Trek. In fact, the tutorial dialogue is done in a Scottish accent. So for those of you that know Simon Pegg from the newer Star Trek movies, it looks and sounds almost exactly like him. So this game has like a nod to Star Trek. You've got these crazy Dragon Ball Z characters, and so on.
Piece of cake. Let's see if we can take it up a notch. Splendid
Alright, I can hit escape to skip dialogue, which I'm going to do for the sake of this video. Again, I'm trying to show you as much gameplay as possible. In between levels, you'll be able to upgrade your ship. I'll go ahead and show you what that looks like. On the very top of the screen, you'll see that you've got credits. I got 8,720 credits right now, and you can see that you can spend those credits on various upgrades. So there's laser, improves damage. Shield improves defense, or Special improves barrel roll and super death wave, which I have not unlocked yet. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just throw that into shields and laser. Alright, there we go. So I'm going to hit done, and we'll go to next level.
Do be careful, meatbag. The fleet has withdrawn to an asteroid field.
From what I read, the game supports a total of 10 levels, but like I said, if this game is playing too quickly for you, you can up the difficulty. And the leaderboards are separate based on difficulties, so you'll be able to compare your scores with that of those players that play on the same difficulty as you do, which is nice. Now, one bug I am running into is that sometimes the game will auto-fire for me. I'm not sure if it's because I'm playing on easy, but right now my spacebar is not even touched, and I'm still shooting. Toward the end of the level is when it stops shooting automatically. I don't know if it's a bug, or maybe there's a key on my keyboard that is stuck somewhere that is also acting as the fire button. I don't think there is. And my controller is unplugged at the moment. So my best guess is that it's some kind of in-game bug. But not that I really mind, because it's saving me from having to use my right hand at all. In fact, that would be a cool feature to add. You know, in the options menu, would you like to enable auto fire? You know, that way all you have to do is WASD. That would be a cool feature. It's definitely a lazy man's feature, but you know, if you're playing games to relax, then you're not gonna mind. Alright, so that thing that you just saw was the Death Wave. That was my secondary special weapon. It did deplete my bar in the bottom left-hand corner. But it was like a very powerful shockwave that you saw that did a ton of damage. Let's see if I can demonstrate again here shortly. Fill up my bar. Enemy's getting a bit more aggressive now. I'd prefer to use the shockwave on a boss, or when there's a ton of ships on the screen. No sense in using it for one guy. Now, you do have a cap as far as those orange pickups are concerned, too. Like, your primary weapon can only shoot so much. It'll eventually max out at some point. Unlike Life Force, you don't have the ability to... Wow, that's interesting. I've never seen an actual person on this game before. An actual photo. Anyway. Unlike Life Force, you don't have the ability to, like, swap weapons. Like, there's spread shot and laser and various different primary weapons that you can change to. This one is just a static upgrade. We've got the Star Trek Red Alert klaxon blaring there. Starting to think maybe I should use my Death Wave. Or not.
did it! We took down that destroyer! Incredible!
All right. So again, I can upgrade my ship if I wanted to. It's going to cost more to upgrade as you go. So the first upgrade is 4,000, the second upgrade is 6,000, and so on. So I could do that if I want to. I can also go back to the main menu from here, and I can pick up where I left off in the future. Like I said, the game does support multiplayer, local and remote play. There's remote play instructions should you need that. Again, leaderboards, there's casual hardcore, normal hardcore, and hard hardcore. Again, hardcore mode is a one life kind of thing, so you kind of have to go as far as you can without getting destroyed. And again, your sound controls are right here. So there you go, a quick look at the last Archwing. If you like what you see here, it's on Steam for roughly $5. If you guys haven't already subscribed to me on Twitch and YouTube, that way you can stay up to date with any new content I happen to publish. This is Vince, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.